Hi everybody and welcome to Axion Token Channel Live, and of course we'll be going to be covering everything about Axion, so it's going to be a lot of cool. We're also going to cover the Warp OHM Treasury project later on with the GameFi, so that's got a big update in the announcement, so we're going to look at that too. But folks, this we're going to probably do a lot around the Axion price here and then get into the Axion Accelerator. That's where you buy and stake and get all the bonuses when you invest into Axion, and then we're going to jump over, of course, and we'll quickly check out the Collider as well. And it's a lot of fun going ahead for sure. Now, there is a bit of advertising going out there now for the launchpad for Axion, the launchpad. So we're going to check out, see if we can see that as well on the DEX tools. Nice to see that attracting new projects. The team's targeting pretty much about 24 projects a year to launch on the launchpad. So that should give a lot of access to people as well. So that sounds pretty good. It sounds like the audio is going pretty good. Let's get into the chat there. Say hello, of course. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and let's get into it. So very, very cool. If you're watching this after the live stream, put your comments in the comment section. I will respond to all the comments as well. Pretty nice. Now, all the links are in the video description. You should be able to get access to most of these links here. So cool. All right, so here is the price of Axion is sitting at quadruple 0.028. So 0.000028, and we have got that sitting right in the middle of the Bollinger Bands, and it's actually had a pretty good rise. So we were down here at quadruple 0.026. That was on the hourly, and man, we had a pretty good rise from there. So we rose up to about 24%. That's pretty cool gains in any one street in crypto. So 24% in 13, so in half a day, 24%. That's pretty nice gains there. We have had a large whale, one of the whales with 1 million Axion. We have had that whale sell some, and of course it's doing it at different days. Obviously, when the price moved up, it decided to sell a bit more as it's slowly exiting. So it had about $1 billion. It's down to half a billion at the moment. So that obviously gives good price opportunities to new investors when it does occur. And of course, once that whale exits, that's a liquid whale. That means there's less to be sold down by the big fish. So nice. We can say that is a good idea. All right. So at the moment, of course, then we started to recover from that. So we started off at quadruple 0.026, went up to a quadruple 0.307. We came back down to quadruple 0.26 again, and now we're back. We went back up to quadruple 0.296, and we're sitting at about quadruple 0.28 at the moment. So it's looking pretty good in my view. We're sitting in the middle of the Bollinger Bands as well. That bodes pretty well. Let's check out the daily on the chart there, and let's check it out. So this is Axion's total chart. We're going to zoom in. Obviously, we're looking to try and break the downward trend, and of course, we've had to absorb a big payday in October last year. We had to absorb Bitcoin free claimers. So we've absorbed all of them. And of course, we've had to absorb a few of the OG whales that were sitting in liquid wallets. So we had to absorb them. We've got one at the moment. Of course, we're trying to absorb that. We're halfway out so far, and the rest of their stuff's staked long term. So that's pretty good. All right, so cool. That's where we're sitting at the moment. And of course, the bottom price was a quadruple 0.2457, and we're up quite a bit from that as well. So if we take the low here, let me just get that in the right place. We actually did rise, like I say, 33%. We're currently still up 14, almost 15% from the bottom. So cool. And obviously the Ethereum market, the crypto markets generally have rebounced from the Ukraine pullback. So that's kind of a risk-off event. And so that's where we're at the moment. Sitting at quadruple 0.28, and a really nice price to buy in action. Let's add back in our chart structure. And of course, we can see that we're waiting to get this big green move up. We want to try and target these structures here to get the downtrend. So obviously we've got the downtrend, as we say in this area here. This was the big payday. So we had to absorb that. We had to absorb the big Bitcoin claimers, and we've had to absorb a few whales and large sharks on the way. So we've done that mostly. And here we are. We're trying to get back to start an uptrend. And to do that, we need to hit the quadruple 0.5 mark, quadruple 0.5. And of course, that's where we've got these bounces here. Once we start doing that, we'll form a different price structure, and the market will respond accordingly and start to get attracted to the price increases there. So that's what we're looking at the moment. So that's cool. So that's where we're at the moment. Those are the targets there. So very, very cool buying. Obviously, we've been moving not too badly at the moment, and I think we've got a pretty good chance of getting this green curve at some stage, especially as we absorb the whale that's trying to exit at the moment. Halfway done, folks. So opportunity for you to get in there and pick up some nice cheap Axion on the way up. So liquidity at the moment, 167,000 US dollars. Daily volume is 8,000, so it's on the low side. And the pooled ETH there is 28 Ethereum. And the amount of Axion in there is almost 3 billion Axion sitting in the pool. So plenty of Axion to pick up. What else we've got in there? We've got the market cap sitting at $2,363,000. And our circulating supply is at 84.4 billion in the circulating supply at the moment. To 1 Ethereum at the moment will get you 106 million Axion. That's amazing. Obviously, the price of Ethereum has gone up. And of course, that will now get you 106.3 million Axion through SushiSwap on the market. Of course, you get much better returns on going through the accelerator. And of course, that's where you buy and stake in Axion and get all the bonuses. So that's pretty cool on that. So that's, folks, is the big one. Obviously, here is the whale that sold down earlier. They sold down 24 hours ago. This is when we got that red candle. They sold down 220 million. You can see that they had previously sold 7 days ago 184 million, and 7 days, 11 days before that, they sold 120 million. They're still sitting on 505 million liquid. So we've just got to absorb that whale. That's pretty much it. Let's jump over to the actual Axion contract. This is obviously the liquid Axion. We're going to jump over to the holders here. We can see that the debt address is sitting massively up at 37.3 billion. That's the burn address. We're going to talk about that soon. But our whales at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 accounts that are over $1 million. I think one of those is also the Teams wallet. So just got to take that into account. This is the other Teams wallet up here, I believe. This one here, the 3 billion. And of course, that's where we're at. So this whale has sold down, leaving the pack, and it's now sitting down here at the 500 here, 500 million left to go. So we'll absorb that for sure. Cool. So nice on that. Let's jump over to the crypto market. And of course, we've got BTC sitting at almost 44,000. It has been over 44 today. That has done so well in the rebound after the Ukraine invasion by Russia. And of course, that did a big market pullback. But the crypto stock markets have pulled back, but the crypto has bounced back, which is very bullish for crypto. And of course, Ethereum here trying to attack that $3,000 mark. Almost got it there today. And let's see whether it does it over the next 24 hours. But Bitcoin's certainly holding up pretty nicely. Let's jump over to the Axion website. This Axion website is so beautiful. It's just been refreshed, updated for new investors. And man, does it look so good. We've got how to buy, of course. We've got the Accelerator, which is where you buy and stake in one go. That's where all the bonuses are. Teaches you all about that. We've got a Collider, a chance to win a bonus investment straight out of the gate. It's just a pretty fun part of investing in Axion. Every time you go into the Accelerator, you'll get a particle NFT, and you can use it in the Collider. You have a 4% chance of getting a bonus investment. It's very cool extra aspect there. Obviously, got news and updates is always a place to check, and the Launchpad is a huge value add for you. Basically, the 3 big benefits you get in Axion. You get the Axion interest 8% per year. You get wrapped Bitcoin dividends on top of that. And then on top of that, you get early access to a whole ton of Launchpads, potentially up to 24 years. Pretty awesome. 2 a month is the anticipation. And of course, there is advertising on Dex Tools at the moment, advertising by Axion to attract really cool new IDO partners. Obviously, you get early access, cheap prices, and you also get early access on pre-sales as well. So pretty good benefits there as well. We've actually got the Legion's going to launch on the 3rd. So that's coming up in about a day and a half. They will be the latest launch partner that just closed the IDO. They're going to launch on the 3rd. So it's going to be tradable on Binance Smart Chain. So we look forward to that for sure. This website is gorgeous. You can discover how much you could earn on the homepage. Also earning your bonus stakes, and of course all the high level details. Very cool, highly secured, very audited as well. And of course you get access to exclusive token launches and airdrops. So very nice. And of course it's been highlighted in some of these business magazines. Pretty nice. All right, so that's pretty cool. We're going to jump to the Axion portal. If you want to invest after you've done your own investment due diligence, check out Axion portal. That will open you up to the main platform. And of course, we've got several pages here. The Accelerator is where you buy and stake in one go. This is on the Polygon network, so you need to be on the Polygon network. And of course, if you want to get funds over the Polygon network, maybe like USDC or Matic, you can use crypto.com or Qcoin or somewhere like that to do that. So it's pretty cool. Collider, of course, is where you get that bonus NFT. You can use it to try and win a bonus investment. The stake, of course, shows you all these staking details, how much it's worth, etc. And of course, your NFTs is where you've got your non-fungible tokens there as well. So they get a particle NFT every time you enter the accelerator. It will show up there. The launch pad, of course, is pretty cool. It shows you the latest launches. Obviously, we just finished Legion launch, which is pretty massive. And then, of course, we've got the pledge here. Every time you have a launch, you can pledge a certain amount if you want to get involved and invest in that. And then finally, you got vesting, which means if you are successful, often they have allocations that get sent to you over many months. It's called, so it's pretty much vesting to you that way. So pretty cool. All right, the accelerator at the moment, let's have a look. Man, oh man, really good results at the moment. 12 hours through and 53% remaining. That's really terrific results. And that means 47% has been sold today. Starts off at 375 million Axion in the pool. And of course, that has been eaten up. So we've got 53% remaining at the moment. What a great day. Super successful today. And of course, at the bottom here, it tells us what the statistics are for the day. So we've had just under 200 million Axion sold. That's brilliant. $5,500 US. And of course, when people buy and invest in here, they also benefit the platform. And so 55% of what's invested in here goes to buy Axion off the market and burns it. So far, we're at 95.5 million at the moment, $2,600. Amazing. And 35% goes to wrap Bitcoin dividends. So it goes by wrap Bitcoin and it gives it back to stakers. So once you've bought and invested, you will also get wrap Bitcoin dividends. As I say, the three benefits: you get Axion, you get the wrap Bitcoin dividends, and you get access to new projects at either pre-sale discounts or airdrops or early rates, stuff like that. BTC paid out the stakers almost $1,500. It's really, really cool. And so far, people have mainly used Matic to go on there. So 2,167 Matic, half an Ethereum's been used to invest into Axion, and a little bit of Bitcoin there as well. So pretty nice there. All right, so those are the cool things. Now, obviously, all you have to do is hook up your wallet and have the Polygon network switched over, and then you can just click Advanced here. All you have to do is select one of the tokens, depending on which one you're going to invest in: Matic, Wrapped ETH, USDC, DAI, Wrapped ETH, Bitcoin, or a Chainlink. And then you can put the amount that you want to invest. And then, of course, the longer pays better is the way it works. So if you think you're going to get more bonuses, the longer you stake, the more bonuses you get. So the minimum is 120 days. The maximum is 5,505 days, which is 15.2 years. But you really start getting the bonuses after 350 days. So if you're staking before 350 days, you won't really get any extra bonuses. Obviously, you're going to earn wrap Bitcoin dividends, but you won't get more Axion and therefore more shares by doing that. So 350 days or longer. Every year, you get 1% bonus in the accelerator. And of course, if you stake for at least the next 4 years, you'll pretty much get all the big paydays. There's sort of a special incentive to stakers. So there it is, the accelerator, 1% per year bonus, big paydays. If you stake for any of the next 4 years, you'll see them tick as you go. And of course, you'll get a bonus particle NFT. And the maximum at the moment is 50 million Axion, and you could win up to $1,400, which are pretty mad gains straight out of the gate. On top of that, of course, you earn wrap Bitcoin dividends, and that's pretty amazing. You can withdraw those at any time. It's pretty cool. Now, the other thing, of course, is that when you get all the bonuses in Axion, you then stake it, and of course, that's going to swap your Axion over for shares, and your shares determines how much of the reward pool you get, so how much of the wrap Bitcoin dividends you get. So that's pretty much it, and you can click stake there too. All right, cool. Let us jump over to that. That's the highlight. So once you do that, of course, just click stake, and you will then get your stake set up. It will show up on the stake page, and you have all your details here. Your stakes will show up at the bottom there. Obviously, this is a test account, so it doesn't show up, but you can withdraw your wrap Bitcoin dividends here as they come accrue. So there are accrued wrap Bitcoin dividends here. And of course, the value of portfolio is here. As I said, when you stake Axion, you swap it for shares. Your shares will show up here as well. If you do buy Axion on the market, like SushiSwap, you can do a manual stake here just by adding a stake manually here without going through the accelerator. Pretty cool. That's pretty much it. Your particle NFT will show up here. And if you want to use it, you can go to the Collider page and put your particle NFT in here. You get to set the benefit. Remember, 20% more shares per year. So if you set it right to the end, you're going to get over 300% more shares. engage the collider. You got 1 in 25 chance of winning, which is 4%. And we wish you the best for that. Very, very cool. So that's the kind of the cool stuff at the moment. We're going to jump over to the dashboard, have a look at the overall statistics at the moment. So we've got total supply at the moment, 335 billion Axion. 25 billion is 25% is circulating supply. That's 84.2 billion. 75%, folks, is staked, and of course that's 250, almost 251 billion there. And the staked for max period, of course, is 49%, which is the best in crypto. 49% is staked for 15.2 years, which is amazing. 163.5 billion. Now the Axion, of course, that is burned. Remember, I said 55% of what's invested gets buys Axion and burns it. It is now 37.3 billion Axion. Pretty amazing. That does include some of the burn from the team's development wallet as well, but it's still a very big number there. So let's go check out and see what the burn is for the day. We're going to go in and do what I call my burn baby burn section, and so we're going to check that out too. Let us get into that. And cool. Here we go. All right, so let's see what this number is. All right, so I think I did my last live stream, and I think we were up at 5.6 million here last time. So I think we've had 61, 115. These are great results, folks. Wow, really great results. So 115 plus 61, that's 170, 677, and that. So maybe 177, 179 million Axion. That's really terrific. So terrific results, folks. 179 million Axion. We're going to copy the burn amount, of course, 179 million. Let's go do a report here. We're going to jump over to the Axion general chat, and we're going to report on this as we always do on Axion. So here we go, Axion and burn, baby burn. Here we go. I'm not sure if Ogre is around. So what did I say? 179 million Axion burned last, what did I say? Last 3 days. Is that what I said? Last 3 days? Not sure. Yeah, last 3 days. That's pretty close. I think last 3 days. Last 3 days. I think it was last day, 3 days ago I did the last live stream, I'm pretty sure. A total burn. Now let's paste this. Bam. Axion. Oh, I lost my capitalization there. Very, very cool. So burn, baby, burn, folks. 179 million Axion burn the last 3 days. Total burn now 37.3 billion. Amazing. So that's terrific results. And let us paste that in. Nice. So we're going to put the fire on that too. We'll post some fire. Here we go. Some fires in the house. And let us put a good one here. So we might, so what else we got? This one here. Yeah, let's push the burn there. That's pretty good. I like that one. All right, cool. So rocket time for Axion. And we've got some more fire on that one too. I think we've got Kim in the house. Hey, Kim. Hi, sir and all sirs. Hey, good, Kim. Good to see you. And getting a little dumped on, hoping that Axion bottom is in. Hey, yeah, well, we did have a whale at the moment that's exiting. One of our million Axion whales billion Axion whales is exiting. They're doing it over every week or so. They sell a bit. So they've sold pretty much half of their bags. And they've got half 500 million to go. It'll be interesting to see at what stage to do it. So they're definitely capping the price at the moment. Otherwise, the price would be moving up. So it's just the way the markets work. If there's a big whale deciding to exit, it's an opportunity to buy in at cheaper prices for everybody else. All right, so let us jump over to the burn there. I think we've covered that. So that's the burn, folks. Let's move over to, we've covered the markets. They're looking pretty good. And, of course, we've covered the dashboard. So that is the highlights, folks, for Axion. So hopefully that's a good overview for you if you're new to Axion. Definitely check everything out. As I always say, do your due diligence. Check out the website. If you have any questions, get into Discord here or Telegram. And once you're ready, of course, you can climb on board the Axion portal and go through the accelerator, get all those bonuses and stake and earn the Axion wrap Bitcoin divs and get access to tons and tons of these launches which are coming up this year. It's going to be really, really cool. All right, so that is the highlights there. Let us jump away from that, and we're going to let's see that we're going to go to the Warp now, folks. Warp, but before we do that, we're going to check out the Axion social media. let us get in here. So we've got Axion Twitter, and of course Axion every day they put out tweets, which is really cool for marketing. Much closer than you think. Axion Galaxy Stake NFTs. Now these are coming up soon. There's a new product that's Axion's launching. Basically every stake that's on Axion will be turned into an NFT. You have to pay a little premium for that. I'm not sure what the price will be at this stage, but that will also have a visual galaxy attached to it based on the parameters of your stake. So it's going to be really, really cool. Amazing galaxies that will generate based on unique staking data. I love it. Stakes among the stars. So that's going to be pretty cool. And it looks like there was the IDO offering there for LGX closed. So that was covered as well. And what else we got here? Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. So stake Axion, earn Bitcoin. I love that. So lots of good tweets here. These are over the last wee while. I'm just going to jump to the last couple that we've had today. Let me just jump to that. March. We're into March now, aren't we? Yes, yesterday. So today's tweets there. Yeah, so Particle Collision, free stakes by Axion Accelerator, receive a Particles NFT. So the NFT contains a multiplier of the Axion you bought. The multiplier is randomly given up to 10x with a maximum bonus stake of 50 million. So that's one of the cool features of Axion is the Collider Particle NFT. Very, very cool. You've been waiting. This ship is about to set sail. Axion, so nice. And what else? We've got custom integration Axion. And then, of course, the e-commerce giant. So lots of stuff happening there in crypto as people adopt crypto. So nice. And getting in on early on Axion is a pretty good way to go. All right, so that's some of the cool stuff there. Let us jump over to the Warp project, and we're going to check that out. But let's go to the chat. I think we've got a few people in the chat, so let's jump back there. Kim says, oh, right. Yeah. So it's a good thing I'm covering the Axion price. That was my first topic for the day there, Kim. Semi-respectful dumping them by the whale. Yeah. Just it's a good thing when the whales do exit, because at least you can get people that will be staking long term rather than liquid whales. So it's probably a good thing, particularly at this price level as well. That's nice for the dollar cost entering Axion now. Absolutely. Made it. Just got here. So CC ACC. Good to see you. Big shout out to Crypto Casino, another Axion content creator. If you haven't subscribed to Crypto Casino's channel, go subscribe. Hit the channels tab. I've got the channels tab here on Axion Token, and you can find CC's account, Crypto Casino, and go subscribe. Does wonderful content, so definitely check that out. Kim says hashtag number 5, like, nice one. And hi sir, says Kim to CC. Morning Stan, nice. That is Kim. That's Kim, aka Stan with the SEC. And of course, morning says Kim. Nice one. Here we are, folks, on the Warp project. This has got a really cool website too. Obviously, you hit the Warp app there, and of course, we've got the latest and greatest news coming out. So before we get into the actual portal, let's have a look at the news that's come out. We're going to jump over to Warp on Discord. We're going to go to the announcements, and this is the latest announcement, folks. And I'm looking forward to this. I don't know about you, but it looks really cool. So Warp is a GameFi project. The developers happen to be also developers with Axion. So they're well known, and they deliver great products and features. So here is Starship Battle UI, or user interface, enters the final stage of production. And this was yesterday, of course. For the last three weeks, we've been building, testing, and preparing Starship Battles for the epic launch. We wanted to share a work-in-progress review of the main battle arena dashboard. That's cool. That will greet you as you prepare your ships for battle. So this is just another big feature coming out with the Warp project. This isn't indicative of the final experience, but it's pretty close to our launch metrics. With ship battles, you'll be able to utilize your starships in brand new ways, getting into battles with other players in two unique game models, auto battle and advanced battle. So that's pretty cool. Just let me check this message here. Cool. Well, let me just send a link there. Let me just invite there. We're going to copy that over. Bam. All right, cool. I'm going to paste that on and go. All right, so nice on that. Let's go back to the Warp there. So this is one with ship battles. You'll be able to utilize your starship in brand new ways, getting into battles with other players in two unique game modes, auto battle and advanced battle. The strength and speed of your ship both factor into your ability to survive and win, securing your place on the weekly leaderboard. That is really, really cool. So looking forward to that. CC says just done Telegram as well. Well, morning, Suitman. ACC, well done. You're just a hard worker there, CC. And morning says True Blue. Hey, True Blue, good to see you in the chat there. And we got CC says Morning Blue too. Nice one. I love this community. Great people on this community. So if you're new to Axion, you're joining a really cool, mature crypto community for sure. The strength and speed of the ship will both factor into your ability to survive and win, securing your place on the weekly leaderboard. I love that. All right, cool. Hey, let's welcome on Crypto Casinos jumping on here. Hey, CC, how you going?
Coffee in hand.
Hey, good to see you.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Going to turn up my sound, so hopefully that's pretty good. Nice. Yeah. All right.
Make sure my sound's all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you well and clear. Yeah, sounding good.
Great stuff.
So yeah, we've this big announcement with the Starship Battle UI. This is really cool.
So my cam's not working, I don't think.
No, your camera's off. I don't think you've got your camera on yet, have you?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to. Right, stop cam, start cam, start cam.
Yeah, that's right. You did have your camera on a little while back. I remember that now.
Yeah, why is this not coming up? Oh, I'll fiddle about a bit. Go on, sorry, Superman, carry on with the...
Sure. I was just saying it's pretty exciting to see the Starship Battle for Warp opening up. That's going to be really cool.
Definitely. The ship lending. If anyone see the video I put out yesterday, I've been in a project, a whale friend of mine, just to give you guys the scale of the ship lending. If you've ever heard of Pegaxy, yeah, no. Pegaxy. Basically, it's horse racing, thoroughbred horse racing.
Oh, yes, I think I have seen that. Yeah,
been around quite a long time. And basically, you get a horse, you interbreed it and make it a thoroughbred, etc. And some of them are going for thousands. Yeah. But the cool thing about it is where you can rent your horse out. Now, as you know, my wife's from the Philippines, and some of the kids out there, some my nieces and nephews, they rent the horses out and they spend all day racing for other players. They earn money, and obviously the owners of the horse are earning money. So theoretically, with what's happening here with the ship lending, it's a similar sort of aspect. So it's absolutely awesome, guys. So yeah. you yourself, for instance, don't necessarily have to do the races, and you can go off and do your day job, for instance, if you've got a day job, while someone else around the world is 24/7 using your ship, earning you money. And the cool thing is they're earning themselves a little bit of money as well.
Wow. And that's a feature coming soon, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's they've got on there ship racing, ship lending.
You haven't actually gone up to that part yet.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I've done this one yet. I didn't know. I thought you'd already read this one.
I'm one paragraph away. So Starship Battles is just the beginning as Warp embraces its GameFi division. Starship Battle paves the way for exciting new Season 2 activities. We're currently in development with the following gamification elements. So go for it, CC.
Yeah, so, as I was saying, so the ship racing and the ship lending part will be a similar sort of aspect. I do believe, obviously, don't quote us on it, guys, but I should imagine it would be something like Pegaxy, and that is very successful, yeah. And one of the cool factor things, as I was saying, is so my nieces and nephews in the Philippines, they earn quite a few dollars each day racing these Pegaxy horses. Yeah,
these digital horses and
digital horses. Yeah. But they can spend hours. Like they're turning it into a day job, a bit like Axie Infinity and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So this is absolutely a game changer in my opinion. All this comes to fruition. What Joel's put here, ship racing. I mean, ship expeditions. I mean, that's mind blowing in itself. Going on quests and retrieving NFTs, but. The two that I'm most excited about is the ship racing and the ship lending, because that helps what I call other guys, the little guys. And I'm always about helping the little guys. So the little guys out there that haven't got a lot of money, but they want to get into crypto, or they want to earn a couple of bucks on the side, you're going to be able to rent someone's ship out then, provided you've got internet access, etc., and you can make this a little bit of a sideline day job. To put into perspective, in the Philippines, a carpenter, a good wage for a carpenter is about $4 a day. And that's quite good money, $4 or $5 a day. So if they can come on and do something they enjoy doing, in other words, doing ship racing, and ship battles and stuff like that, and they're earning even a couple of dollars a day, they're going to be on par with a skilled worker out there, and all they're doing is on a computer. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ship racing, race your ships against one another and bet on the winners. That sounds good. So betting as well. That's going to open it up to a lot of people. Yeah. Ship expeditions, send your ships out on quests to receive exclusive NFTs, tokens, and more. I like that too. And ship lending, as you say, make money by renting out your starships to new players, where you set the daily rate. So, yep. Community factions, join factions and earn rewards. That's really cool feature too, eh? So that's like a shared ethos there too. And multi-chain integration, rumors are circulating about a mysterious warp gate portal. Are they kidding? That's so good. Oh, wow, that's really cool. With these gamification elements and more, Warp's expansion plans are just getting started. We'll be announcing new contests and events as Starship Battles and Season 2 comes closer to launch. So that's pretty amazing. So in Season 1, I get it. For the last 3 weeks, we've been building. I just wasn't sure. Is this all coming in Season 2?
I think they're doing the ship racing and stuff like that. This is going to be the Season 2 part. Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
all these features are Season 2. Okay, that's huge. What a huge Season 2 though. That's massive.
And this is just Season 2. So imagine, guys, Season 3, Season 4.
Reports are coming in from the 4th Explorer vessel, the mysterious ring planet. This is a planet number 4. With its vast resources has been identified. The coordinates for this new planet will be uploaded for all warp interfaces shortly. Now they got the word vast resources. Is that indicating it's going to be bigger than was it 10 billion?
It's already out. It's already out, Superman.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, I'm about to check that.
All planets out.
Okay, let me double check that then. Anyway, here's the interface for the game arena. Looks really good, like really gamey. I play the big space game, Eve.
Oh, I love Eve. Eve Online.
Yeah, I play that. I've got some of the big ships from years ago. I got the big capital ships. I got some of them from years ago, and of course, I think it's a lot harder to get some of those now. I think, I'm not
that good.
This here looks really good though. I love the user interface. I got the weekly leaderboard. I love how the fact that now you're not just playing by yourself, but you're going to be interacting with people, and that engagement is priceless, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's really cool to see that. You've also got ships in battle, and you've got your starships. Now, one thing we've got the communications tab. They need an in-panel chat. Have you heard whether they're going to be doing an in-game chat?
Not too sure, but I would imagine that there would be some sort of aspect of in-game chat.
It'd be good to have an in-game chat now that you're getting all this cross interactions. That'd be really cool. So you got your statistics, battles won, battles lost, earnings, and this is really great. Earnings is going to be real incentive. Starships in battle, you've got different battles going on there: waiting battle, completed battle, in battle, and then you've got battle bid $25, strength $12.50. Some guy wishes this ship was this, and then you got battle ecosystem. So ships available for battle. Ships currently in battle, total die one in battle, current minimum battle, and current maximum battle. But this is really going to feed some real activity, in the ecosystem. That's really cool. That's pretty nice. All right, so let's jump to the warp then, because that's the latest news, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And of course, let's jump to the planet. We're going to jump straight to it. We're going to map. I guess we'll go to the map first. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a little planet, but it's got big resources.
Now, how would you pronounce it? I pronounced it in yesterday's video as Farun.
I would say the same, Farun.
All right, good. I'm not the only one.
Farun. Farun was probably the other way you might say it, Farun. It's got a moon circulating it and rings. That's pretty nice.
I didn't catch that yesterday, but yeah, if you look in the background, there's a moon to it. So could that be another aspect?
I think there's more. Is there more than one moon? I think there's more than one moon. There's 2 moons. No, 3 moons.
Well, yesterday I could only see one.
There's 3 moons.
Dashboard.
Maybe 4 moons. I think there's 4 moons. Is there 4 or 3? 3. There's definitely 3 moons. Let me see. Let's pick up.
If you click on it, yeah, you can see in the distance there's another couple of little dots.
Got 1, 2, 3. 3 moons. 3 moons. That's got 1 above, one below the rings, 2 above the rings.
Now, are they moons or are they space stations? The little ones.
Well, the big ones are moon. The other ones might just be satellite.
Definitely that. Yeah, it could be
satellite rocks or whatever they might call them.
Mm.
So pretty cool. So what's the APY? So the APY is 677. That's dropped immediately. So when did that launch? Oh, not too long ago.
Yesterday, when I done a video, it was
16 hours.
Yeah.
So 8 hours plus 5 hours. So that's 13 hours ago. Is that right?
Yeah. Now, disclaimer from me, I've stayed on Medius.
Yeah, well, you've got to travel to Faroon, right? It's going to cost you $250.
Yeah, I calculated it all out yesterday, and with my 2 ships, I'm just leaving them on Medius at the moment, compounding. And
I think that's a smart move.
Yeah, wait for the space race net. Don't get me wrong, guys. If you've got quite a lot of warp, the compounding aspect goes very quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are your figures looking now?
I'm because I did buy, not at the top. I bought some warp at about $1,700, and I literally dollar cost averaged all the way down. So when it was at say $1,100, $800, $700.
Yeah, that's the start off was really expensive, right? So
yeah. I mean, obviously, like most people, I did try to get in right at the beginning when it was $250, and then it just went absolutely crazy.
Yeah, because it got played. It got played at the beginning.
Oh, of course it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we all know,
the guy with the 133 and someone else with a big number, those somehow they managed to play it.
But I think we've bottomed out now, and I think we've found we found the level of where I think that we should be.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is pretty much $180 around there, plus or minus every day for a week now.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot to move the price up, guys. You know, a few $100 moves this up $1 or $2. You know.
Yeah.
So because I was playing around with that the other day. You know, chucking a bit in and then watching the price, and it doesn't take a lot to move the price.
Yeah, and you can make a lot. You can make a lot of good investment decisions with prices more stable like this too.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course now the compound effect really works well now, right?
Yeah, you know, you got to. I mean, the easiest way is the way I calculate it is, for instance, say it's 1,000 APY. I'll go on the calculator and I put it at 500 APY. And the reason for that is because, you know, you've got to allow that over the course of a few days, a week or a month, the chances are it will go from 1,000 down to 500. So you're better off getting your average APY and then calculate how much warp you've got and then calculate it over 30 days. And then you watch what warp you've got and how that compounds very quick, just even in 30 days. Yeah.
So at the moment, every 8 hours, the next 8 hours, you're going to earn 0.05% on Earth. You're going to earn just over twice that on Proxima B. And you're going to earn about 3.5 times on Meteor. So you're actually on the best planet from that point of view. And of course, it's not even worth you going to Faroon because.
No, I'm being honest, when I wasn't too sure, because most of the planets started off at like 10 billion APY. Now, when I done the video yesterday, it had only been out 2 hours. Yeah. It launched 2 hours. I think it was like 12 o'clock my time yesterday. So the video I done, it's about 2 o'clock yesterday. And it was at 1,700%. And at that time, Medius was about 1,500 and something percent. So I thought, but it's only 200% APY difference. I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars quickly flying to the next planet to just chase that extra bit of APY.
Yeah.
So what I done instead is, instead of buying fuel, I bought more warp. Yeah.
That makes total sense. You should be buying. Your whole decision should be buying warp.
Yeah.
100%, you're the one that taught me the strategy.
Thanks.
It was you know, like you said, you just said buy bigger volumes of warp, and then you're gonna be on the bigger chance of winning, right?
Yeah, you know, if you're a really little guy and you're starting out and you've only got one warp, unfortunately, stick with planet Earth. You're still going to earn quite a nice APY at the moment, 76%, opposed to what I call I don't know, crypto.com or whatever, which is like 8% a year or whatever that is. So and plus you're compounding. So my suggestion, if you're a little guy, 1, 2, 3 warp, something like that, stick with planet Earth, compound for a while until you've got enough warp that you can move on to Proxima and so on and so forth. that would be my strategy if you haven't got a lot of money. But if you're like what I call a big fat whale or something, if you can chuck 10 grand into this, then for sure go for the highest APY with the maximum amount of warp. But if you're not interested in ship battles and stuff like that, you can more or less have any ship. You know, so just buy the cheapest ship that's going to get you there the quickest. Obviously, engines do play a bit of a part, you know, in speed. But if you're a whale, you'll just buy that extra bit of fuel to get there earlier anyway. So there's lots of different strategies and gamification with it too, man.
You've got 2 ships at Midas, right? 2
ships at Midas at the moment.
What made you send both? What made you send both ships?
I messed up. In all
it's not a complete mess up if you think about it, because if you were going to send one of the Faroon, that would have been made sense.
Yeah. I mean, the idea being was originally because 2 of my mates, they got like 4 ships, and right in the very beginning, our gamification was going to be to have a ship on Proxima, one on Medius, one on Faroon, and one on the next planet. And because obviously it's early days, and even us as content creators, we're learning along with everyone else. You know, we don't pretend to know everything. We're all like in this learning curve. You know, it's a super new project that we know is going to be a good project at the end of the day to the team that's behind it, and just hints of what they're bringing out, the ship blending and stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all investors, and you want to maximize your profits. So the method behind our madness back then was, well, if you've got 1 ship on each planet, then you haven't got, once you've done all your fuel and you've got 4 ships sitting there, you know, basically 1 in each different wallet with your warp, and you're earning your APYs. Let's say, for instance, everyone moved off a Proximity now, and everyone made a bolt hole for Faroon. Does that mean then Proximity, the APY would go up and Faroon would go lower than Proximity? That's what our gamification was, that at least then you haven't got to fly back to Proximity. You've already got a ship there that's earning that APY.
Yeah, well, at least you're in the middle planet. It kind of gives you some flexibility.
Yeah, so that's what the decision was. Leave both on Medius at the moment. So.
But now you got to recover the fuel costs, right, for the second.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, another disclaimer. I'm still down on what I invested in at the end of the day, but I should.
But that's mostly not because of the amount of warp that you've earned, but just because of the entry price, right?
Oh, entry price, the ship parts. I mean, you know,
so you're playing around a few of the things. Yeah.
If I'd waited till right this second to have bought warp, you know, I could have probably bought, you know, roughly, guys, 50, 60 warp off the bat. But our dollar cost average down. If that gives you a bit of an indication, so to speak. Sure. So. Yeah. It's one of them sort of things with any project. Do you wait in the hope that it's going to come down to a good entry level and then put all your eggs in that one basket then? Or do you have the strategy of dollar cost averaging down on a project to the point of where it's going to settle down and then never go below that price point? You know, so,
I guess the other side, we know that at the beginning of projects, there's always so much hype, the price 5x or more. Every project retraces. With this project, I think you can average yourself out over time just by being consistent now. So the other thing, of course,
Bible.
And so on this at the moment, we've got Faroon, we've got $147,000 staked, and we've got 52 ships either traveling there or docked there. We've got 117 on Medius, which where you are, and that 78,000 in there at the moment. So that's quite dramatically less of warps staked there. And no wonder you're getting quite a handsome yield. So that's actually played in your favor. And Proxima B's got $62,000 there, and there's 253 ships there, which is not a surprise given that was the first planet opened. But there's a lot of stuff there at the moment, and they're getting only 2/3 of what you're earning on your planet. And then we've got $26,600 on Earth, and there's 523 ships there. So that's a whole ton of ships that's sitting at Earth at the moment. Cool. Right. So that's where it is at the moment. So let's quickly where we're going to go from the shipyard. Let's have a look shipyard. Let's see if we can find a ship that's actually, this is your other strategy, right? You could buy a cheap ship if it was already at the planet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even on the filter. Not on the filter. Oh, they're a bit behind there on the filter there. So you can't actually search for the new planet. Oh, I'll have to add that in. Hopefully someone's realized. You can't actually buy that. I guess on OpenSea, and OpenSea it's not reliable, is it? The planet's not necessarily reliable in the filter.
Now, personally speaking, if you're going to buy any part, I would actually use the Warp Bomb website to buy, guys. Yeah, I'm not a great lover. I'm not a great lover of buying on OpenSea, if I'm honest.
Sure, but you can buy custom parts now. You can make custom parts with custom strengths. Of course, going to be important for battles, battleships when it opens up. So cool. And of course, it's half price at the moment. You're getting double the amount of bonus on it. So you pay 125, you're going to get 200% times that. So $250 with the strength. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty much half price. So that's pretty cool. All right. So now, when you get these parts, CC, you put these parts together. Do you get a random part? You don't know what ship you're going to get, right?
Yeah, but basically, yeah. I don't know if that's different now. I've not tried it through buying the parts on the Warp Bomb thing. Whether when you put it together, you can choose a ship. It obviously in the early days it was, like for instance, if you had a bridge, a hull, and an engine. Once you put it together, you'd go to build the ship, and then it would give you whatever the ship was.
Right. Okay.
It was a random ship, basically. Yeah.
That's in your hangar. You can go to build a starship in the hangar. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Just need one of those, each of those parts. There's a hull, engine, and a bridge. And of course, there's fuel cell, manage your starships, You can buy parts here and you can customize them. They're pretty much half price at the moment. And ships here, you can buy ships off the market, and particularly if they're at one of the right planets. Obviously, the fourth planet's not there yet. In fact, Medius is a pretty good option. So buying ship at Medius, if you're new to the game, buying one here is probably a good idea. I'm just trying to think, is that done by the cheapest? What's the cheapest here? Strength. Not sure how that works there. Let me see any cheap ships here. I'm looking for myself to say 300 die. I just need a cheap ship. I just need one ship. I don't need the super duper ship. Just send something that's the lowest cost. I think that's the cheapest one there. This one here. That's is that 300 die? Yeah.
Shipyard. So yeah, if you go on, there's a little drop down menu where you can. I'm just having a look at that moment now. Javelin. So you can choose by strength. Matic News Javelin. So there's one there, 279 die.
Do you think that's good value?
Well, the strength is 500, so it's a lot. It's not too bad. Let's have a look.
That sounds pretty reasonable. And you're at the planet that you're going to mine on if you had.
Yeah, the rest is all average. Oh, but you get fuel with that one as well. So you get.
Oh, really? Yeah, so that is actually really good value.
That ain't bad. 279 die. And it's Matic News Javelin. So let me come back to the StreamYard bit. On the top suit, man, to the top right, see them little lines? Click on them little lines. That's it. And then click on the price, and then it'll asset, and then that gives you a lower.
That's better. That's a better way of filtering, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 279 die, okay.
And then click on the actual ship, the Matic News ship. Trust me, I had to play around with this for an hour before I figured this out.
It's got fuel. That's a really good price.
That's a good buy. So it's fueled up, guys. Your strength is 500, which is it's not 250, it's 500. So the other parts are average. Obviously, your whole bridge.
Why is the strength not 750? 250, 250, 250.
Did I calculate it out that way? I'm not too sure.
I thought it was 3. I thought it was the sum of the parts of the ship. 500.
Well, I think one of my ships is 501. I don't know where it gets the one, but I don't know if that's because when you fly. It
seems to always add the one. It always adds the one for some reason.
Right.
So let's go back to there. So that's the other. Oh, let's.
But the point being, it suit man, is that there So you can have a ship, guys. It's already fueled for you. So you theoretically could get off planet Earth to the next planet for free.
Oh yeah, but this, that's for free. Yeah, but this one's at Earth at the moment. Yeah. So if you go to the price again, and I just want to filter for the planet. I want to get it on Midas for the best APY. So $300 is the cheapest one there. That's not too bad either.
And what planet is that on a planet? It's on Medius.
Got no fuel though. It's on the planet Midas.
So it's already on Medius though.
Yeah, Medius. Midas.
Medius.
Yeah, Medius is Medius.
So that's already travelled. So technically, guys, that's already travelled 2 planets, and it's cost a minimum of 2 lots of 250 fuel.
Yeah.
So that is quite a good buy. 379. You say that one?
That's 300 die.
300. So that
seems like a good deal.
That is even a better buy than the previous one that I said.
Yeah, because it was stuck on Earth, even though it had 250 on it. So this is sitting at a good planet that's likely to have a good yield for some time. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I want a pirate.
We've got Nicholas in the house. Axion is pumping. Woohoo! Is it? Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gradually gone up a bit since yesterday.
Since we're doing a live stream. Yeah, well, that tends to happen, when us content creators are streaming, tends to pump the price. I'm kidding, but yeah. Luxie's still holding up at 14.6 cents. That's probably imminent for a big boom, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, Luxie is. Yeah.
The fact that it's holding up there and you got the launch, is it in a couple of weeks, or is it even sooner?
It's meant to be first quarter, so within the first, by the end of this month. Now,
right.
Obviously, the other little gamification thing here is, I've been loading up on Luxie on the pretense of their launch goes to plan. Now, if obviously it's delayed, I could probably see the price pulling back a bit, where people will be a bit.
Do you think people will sell the news on it, like a lot of the time?
Well, I actually think I don't think you're going to have a lot of pumping and dumping with Luxie, because just by going for the last, really, since they've been out, they've hovered around from 11 cents to 20 cents.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. The fact that it's held up in this price range is super bullish.
Yeah,
So it's more likely probably to actually go up higher rather than sell the news.
Yeah, and don't forget, as soon as they launch the marketplace and stuff, I don't know the mechanisms. I've really got to go.
Do you get airdrops holding the Luxie from the fees? Is anything like that?
Well, I'm doing liquidity providing at the moment, and I think it's about 200% APY. At one point, it was 1,000%, so it was good in the beginning. And you basically provide Luxie and USDC, and then you get another token, SLP, I think it is, and then you just provide that, and then literally you're earning Luxie every day. Yeah, and then you can literally click on harvest, and it goes straight into your wallet. So that's the aspect on that at the moment. But the beauty at the moment is, as soon as the marketplace comes out, I don't know when they're actually going to start let's say the burning mechanism, but don't forget, guys, Luxie's starting off with 100 million tokens, but with all the fees and how they're doing things in the tokenomics, it's gradually going to come down to just 50 million tokens. So at 14 cents at the moment, provided they hit their targets, they do everything right, and then they get.
So that last bit about the 50 million, it's going to go from 100 to 50 million.
Yeah, it's going from 100 million, and with their burning mechanism, the supply will gradually get reduced. And I think the way that they're doing that is, so you go on the marketplace, and when you're buying and selling and stuff, part of that gets burnt to reduce the total supply, and eventually it'll be down to 50 million tokens only. So, you're obviously talking spread over a few years. It ain't going to be from 100 million in a couple of months down to 50 million. But with all the fees and their tokenomics, eventually it'll be down to 50 million tokens. So provided they're successful and they tick all the right boxes, and let's say some larger YouTubers get on board and they do some marketing and stuff, we don't like doing price predictions, I know, but I mean, I can't see why it can't be $2 to $5 in the near future. Provided they do everything they say they're going to do, it is a long play, that one, guys. Yeah, don't expect to buy now and you know, 10x your money in the next month. But that could happen. It all depends on what the UI looks like, you know, their marketplace, how ease of use it is, and everything else as well. So there's a lot of factors that play into it. But I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on Luxy.
Yeah, well, I've been pleasantly surprised with holding up in price. That's a bullish sign.
Yeah.
Market. Okay, so we've got $184 for Warp at the moment, 918,000 market cap, 1,705 Warp and supply, total supply for 4,996. So this has slowed down the growth of this this amount of Warp. So we got burned 162 Warp. Treasury is $1.5 million. The one thing I was talking about, a direct thing would be a redemption, some sort of redemption. I guess that would kind of it's interesting how you're trying to link in the treasury directly behind the asset. It's interesting.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly turn my fan heater off because it's getting hot.
I reckon, you know, probably the better way rather than having a redemption. You going somewhere?
I'm just going to quickly turn the fan off in the log cabin because it's hot in here now. 1 sec.
Okay, music break, everybody. Music break. Anyways, we've got this. Let's check out the Luxy while we're waiting for CC to drop back. And here we go.
I sit back.
Oh, back already. I was just jumping into the Luxy price. What was I going to say was, you know, instead of, you know, they could have had a redemption feature in. But better than a redemption feature, if you're going to tie in the treasury, would be to have a profit share. Would have been the best way.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Like in addition to the staking yield.
Well, the other thing I've got to get my head around, you're more up on what I call this sort of the technical part than I am. With the minting part, obviously, the tokens went from 1,000 up to what's it on CoinGecko now? How is the ratio of that? I mean, eventually.
Oh yeah, so you're talking about the backing. So the treasury backing to circulating supply is $883. It says here, but that's not the total supply. The total supply is a better metric. 1506 417 divided by the total supply of Warp 4996.7. That suggests an implied price of $301.48. So, you know, that's another $118 higher asset back value. So the market price is below asset back value. But that's what markets do. Markets don't necessarily have to follow the asset back value, right? So they just do what, if there's more sellers than buyers, then the market price goes down. But like you say, the price has stabilized the last week, which is a positive sign too for Warp. And with the new features opening up, that's going to be exciting. Do you know, I guess they're opening up the planets every 5 days or 10 days? Is it 5 days? Are you there, CC? CC, are you there? I was talking to myself. Fell out of the live, mate. Back, yeah, cool. Sorry, I didn't see that exactly because I was looking at the UI screen. That's funny. Anyway, so I said, yeah, so I said $301 is the total supply backed treasury. It's $184 at the moment. Are there, CC?
Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, you can? Oh, right, I'm back.
You're back live.
I'm back.
We're doing an extended live stream.
I'll tell you what. Now, what happened was I clicked on the CoinGecko price, and I was at that point, and I accidentally clicked out of the live stream. So sorry about that, guys. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. So what I was asking, because I don't even know this, is obviously when Warp first started, it had, I think it was 1,000 token supply. Now we're up to 4,996. Do we know? Is there a top to the price of? You know, is it infinite amount of tokens can be minted? Do you know yourself the ratio?
Well, there is a maximum, isn't it, based on the amount of parts you can mint in a season, at least.
Right.
So at the moment, you can go to buy parts. This is the only way of building up the treasury now, is by buying this part, right? Because the shipyard is secondary market, and the bonds is over, right? And now it's bonds is now really buy parts. This is really the new bond market. And of course, you invest. This goes into the treasury when you invest it. They're giving you 200% better parts on this, so you're actually not buying warp. So I guess warp supply has slowed down, which is why we've seen the warp supply slow down. So that's probably is the case. Maybe it's over now at least for the time being.
Yeah.
But I think your question's a pretty important one. I think it had, like I said to you, this hasn't really changed. That's why I said to you it's slowed down. So it's either slowed down because people are not buying, or it slows down because the mechanism's changed, and it appears to be the case. But this is still feeding the treasury. Any parts that are bought is feeding the treasury, but not increasing the warp supply, because you're getting a part instead.
Yeah, so that's actually a good thing. That's actually a good thing, because at least the price is at least stabilized. And as you're saying, the parts feed the treasury, but it's not increasing the supply of tokens. Yeah, so that's actually a good thing. Yeah,
that's probably the one feature I would have changed fundamentally is the minting supply. As I think we talked about it originally, was doing it. You not only they should have been doing it that you just buy back from the market.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been quite a good. That would end up pushing the price up. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, so cool. That increases the treasury buying the parts. You also get your cool parts, and of course you're getting it at a discount because that's going to the treasury. You're not getting any warp for it. So yeah, you used to get a better rate if you think about it, but you couldn't determine the strength.
Yeah.
Well, you could determine the strength, but you didn't get the double amount. So yeah, it's not warp coming in. So yeah, I guess it's a win if you consider the warp's not getting flooded with, the market's not getting flooded with warp. Be interesting to see what season 2 does with that though too. That's a pretty fundamental question, because that's going to determine what happens to this price. Therefore, if you're mining the heck out of warp at the moment and there's not so much warp around in the future seasons, then you could do very, very well with the price moving up.
Well, I just done the calculator the other day. If you're buying into, say, warp now, and even if the price just crept up $100, so let's say roughly, obviously I ain't got the calculator up and around, but if you've got, say, 10 warp and you're earning, let's say, $15 a day, just by warp going up $100 from there, your $15 a day turns into something like $25 a day. Yeah. And then bearing in mind that is auto compounded as well. So the crazy thing is knowing the bottom, and I think yet again, even at this stage, if you're new to warp, I'd still dollar cost averaging, because yes, we could still see it go down to maybe $100 even, but at least you're in the game, so to speak. But if the price goes up, your warp you've got state could go up exponentially. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. So, and then with everything else coming out, God, it's mind blowing, to be honest.
I'm very excited about the product, this stuff coming up.
And just a little bit off topic here, but it is related. Yeah. So as we know at the moment, you've got a lot of projects coming out, guys. That and I'm always a great lover of auto compounding projects. Yeah. There's lots of YouTubers out there that are doing. Now, some of you might have seen some. There's one coming out this month, I think, called Lava, and then they're going under the guise of calling them nodes. They're not real nodes. Yeah.
Nodes. Yeah.
Now, the aspect on this, and some of them are paying 1-2% a day. Yeah. Now, the point I'm trying to get across here, look at Warp, what Warp is doing. You're getting roughly, I think it's like around about 3.5-4% every 5 days at the moment. So you're getting just under your 1% a day. But look at the gamification, look at the UI, look at what they're bringing out, opposed to some of these node projects, which is basically a one-page website. They give these YouTubers referral links, yeah. So
well, that's why they're getting shelled, right? They're getting shelled out.
Yeah, they're getting shelled because and don't get me wrong, I've done referral links in the past, to projects that are going to be sustainable. But trust me on this, all these new projects that are coming out now, I don't know if you agree with me on this, Superman. Yeah. So they're going under the guise of nodes. But back in 2017, it was your BitConnects, your Devors, your BitAIs, your lending programs. And then 2 years ago, it was blue chip, black chip, gold chip. It was under the guise of dApps earning 1% a day, da-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, those are all scam pretty much most of the time.
Yes, and look where any of them projects are now. They're nowhere. Now, all these node ones that are coming out, unless they're doing something like Warp is doing, where, you can continue going to other planets, there's other seasons. I mean, hell, come on, renting out your spaceship and stuff like that, spaceship battles and stuff. This is long and sustainable, what Warp is doing. Yeah,
it's not even comparable, is it?
It's not comparable, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Yes, if you get into, say, this use Lava as an example, you get into Lava on day one, and you're a YouTuber, and you're getting lots of referral links, you're going to make money. But all you guys that click on that referral link, most of you won't end up making money. The project will last 3-4 months, and just by the time you make your money back,
YouTubers are basically harvesting their followers.
Yeah, which I think is wrong. To be honest,
it is wrong. It is wrong.
It
is wrong. Yeah.
And as we know, 70% of newcomers to crypto come in last year. So a lot of you guys won't understand.
Anything with a referral program over 5% is pretty much scam.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You said it better than me there. Yeah, that's it. Short and sweet of the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I think the tokenomics is probably playing more in your favor now, and I think it's a more even playing field with the supply slowed down for people to come in while still building the treasury up. I would like to see whether there's any tokenomics around this treasury, though. I think they're going to look at leveraging the treasury, but I'm still not sure whether that if they leverage the treasury and then do market buybacks with the profits, that would be bullish, super bullish. I'd like to see that the direction that they take. Yeah.
Only time will tell, as we know, and like with the Axion team, we don't hear nothing for, say, a week, and then all of a sudden they come out with massive news like this.
Yeah. If they're going to DeFi the treasury, they need to have multiple partners, because you don't want to, obviously you got to diversify your risk when you even on the platforms, and you want to have an established platform. I know some of the partners are already DeFi leveraged platforms, but you certainly want to make sure that everything's above board if you start, doing that, because they could make a killing off this 1.5 million treasury and buy back heaps of Warp.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
That's definitely something that should be pursued, though, because that's, value added to all the investors that are mining the project and participating. Obviously, they can also use money like that for the prizes, which I imagine they are going to be doing anyway for some of the prizes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a pretty good update. I think we've covered Axion in full and Warp and a bit of Luxy there, just for a good taste. The cherry on the top. It might be a very good cherry in a couple of weeks' time. But man, it's been impressive. It's been holding its value up there, that's for sure, on the daily chart.
What do you think? What do you think about the actual current market situation with crypto at the moment? I mean,
it's looking good. Look at it. Looks great.
Yeah, the crypto market itself. Bitcoin, Ethereum especially, and we all know why that's going up at the moment. With the other side of the world, but what?
Yeah, but that was counterintuitive that it would go up on that part. Stock still went down, but the crypto went up. So it's like, obviously the crypto went down too, but then it's gone up. And of course, some of it is directly related to some of those things in terms of the acceptance of crypto by some of those groups.
Well, yeah, and I personally think that these other countries around the world, they're going to see what's going on as well, and they're going to think, if all these sanctions, this, that, the other, can be put in place on such a large country. The point being is I reckon you're going to see other countries now investing more in crypto.
I think the vast majority are. We're seeing in Latin America in particular. Obviously, Japan and South Korea were early adopters and stuff like that. the only tyranny we see in terms of as counter strategies is the European Union and the United States and China for any other week wanting to create programmable digital currency, which is a nightmare, right? So because none of us want that. It's just pure tyranny, right? Because they just program who can buy and sell, right? Which is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so decentralized cryptocurrency like Warp, like Axion, like all the rest of most cryptos is a real stand for freedom, and of course is a nice pushback. But many of the countries that aren't in that frame of mind want ways of increasing their own wealth, and so they see these cryptos like Bitcoin, etc., as ways of doing that. So it's cool. Right, CC.
The old crypto, just one more thing. The old crypto market, man, what's your sense with, I mean, all the altcoins and that, I mean, I'm trawling through telegrams, not just Axion, Warp. I'm on about YouTube. I'm going through all of them at the moment, and it seems very quiet out there in what I call the altcoin space.
Yeah, well, that's because we're not in altcoin season. Let's go check that chart. We'll bring that up.
It just seems that everyone's sort of sat back a bit at the moment. They're not, they're not so active, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, we're in Bitcoin season. It's Bitcoin season, so we're in. There we are. Not altcoin season, Bitcoin season.
Yeah.
The month is Bitcoin season. The 3 months is Bitcoin season, and the year it's not altcoin season. So it sort of drives it up here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe my next video is going to be on Bitcoin then.
Yeah, why not? You do it. Yeah. You're so good with your videos. Love your multi-project stuff. You should start covering Pancake Swap too. Remember,
Simon,
the world's your oyster. All right, very cool. Thanks, CC.
Yeah.
You take care now.
Yeah,
all right,
take care, mate. Okay,
thanks everybody for watching, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.